Dear students, so we completed the GPU task 1 already, that is related to the image classification. We have to classify whether the image is a Louis image or not. Now we are going to the next. So it's the GPU task, second task for the secondary GPU task for us. Here we are going to discuss about uh, image classification with respect to the big data. So in the previous case, our dataset contained only 16 images with 8 Louis dog and 8 non-Louis dog images. Now we will consider some large dataset contain the large data to train the neural network model. Now we will discuss that one. So before that, in order to start your GPU task 2 second lab, in the second lab we are going to discuss about the same image classification and classify whether the image is a Louis dog image or not. But in the previous case, we have considered very small data set with the 16 images, but here we are taking the large data set. That is the change here. Right now, so you have to in order to launch your start your GPU labs. So click on start button. So it will take some time based on your internet speed. So meanwhile, just go through this document. So it will help you what to do in the next steps. What to do in the next steps, right? Yeah, still it's taking time to launch GPU for the second task. And meanwhile, we will discuss what we are going to do in the task 2 lab, second task. So as I said, in the second lab, we are going to combine. See, for any deep learning applications, we required three things. One is data set. The data set is required, that is the historical data. On the data on which you want to train the model, the data is required. And the second thing is the model architecture is required. And third thing is compute. We have a model, we have a data, but to train your model, to test your model, some computing power also required, right? So that also these three things are required here. So for computation, we are using the GPU, NVIDIA GPUs, and for the data set, we are using big data. I will provide the link from where we can extract this data set. And third one, we are using a CNN architecture. Only thing compared to the previous lab is the data, the amount of data available. So if the very small amount of data is there, then there is a possibility that our model may be overfit, right? Suppose when I was a child, my teacher gave me learn only character A from all alphabets. Then complete year I will learn only A, only A. I can't recognize some other. If I get A, perfectly I can say it's A. But if I get something similar to A, again I will say it is A because I was trained on the character A only. It was overfit. I was overfit, not generalized. So in the previous case, we have considered only small amount of data. There is a problem of overfitting. So in this task, we are going to discuss about the large data. And see, during the training, you can find these are the performance curves during the training process. This orange color will represent the accuracy during the training. This green curve will represent the loss during the validation, and the blue curve will represent the loss during the training. So you have to answer these two multiple choice questions as part of your certification. See, we have the validation loss, we have the training loss. So validation loss, training loss means during the training process, what are the losses? What are the loss means what is the difference between the actual label data and the predicted label data? That will provide the loss. The difference will provide the loss on the training images. Where the validation loss represents some new data, not in the part of the training data. There is some new data. We are testing the model on that new data, new validation data. So once you pass the validation data, what is the difference between the actual images and estimated images? That will give the validation loss. So you can sometimes you can call it the validation is nothing but the testing during the training. So the question here is, green represents validation loss and blue represents a training loss. Okay. So minimize which curve represents the training network that is successfully classified new instances. So among the training loss and validation loss, if you minimize which loss, it will help you to identify the new images, to classify the new images properly. So further the answer is the validation, that means testing. So training is already available data. If you want to classify the model on the new images, so you have to come to conclusion based on your validation point of view. If the validation loss is less, that means your model can perform well in the testing. So that's why, so I'm clicking on the green. Green means it's a green means it's a validation loss. So validation loss must be a minimum, so then only the model will classify the new instances successfully. Which loss curve would have had a higher value if model is overfitting? If model is overfitting, then which loss curve will be high? So one is blue is the training, and green is a testing or validation. It's a overfitting means, so during the training you will get the very small value of the training loss, but classification is getting high because you are overfitted for the some character. See, I was overfitted for a character A. In the testing, while writing the test, if I got a character Z, X, Y, I will wrongly classify, definitely. If I get wrongly classified, my loss will be high. My testing loss will be high. So that's why for this also, the answer is the green. So you have to click on this one green and a green and you can submit. Okay. So you can submit. You can submit this one and you can submit and you can submit this one. So if it's correct, you will get a one by one here, right? So correct, one by one is right. Now we will launch the task. Click on that launch button to launch the task. Now we will do the certification problem, that lab. Open digits again. So digits platform will help you to do the lab exercises, and whereas this window, this tab will help you to understand what you are going to do. Okay. So for this task, first of all, we have to create a data set. So click on the data sets. So this is the images of bagels we have created in the last task. But we have to create the new data set. So click on images, classification, give some username. I'm giving BB Ramna, submit. Right. So the color images and image size 256 by 256, and you have to give the URL where you have the data, complete data. In this task, this task is a classification of whether the image is a dog image or cat image. In the previous task, we discussed about whether the image is a Louis image or not, but now we are classifying based on our model. We are classifying whether the image is a dog image or cat image. For that, there is a numerous data is available in the Kaggle. So we have taken the data from the Kaggle, and the dataset contains of 18,750 label data. So the data content, in the previous case we have the only 16 images. Now we have the 18,750 labeled images of dogs and cats. So we have to create the so already in this environment uh, they hosted the complete data set. Now we have to import into our digits environment. So for that, here you can see loading and organizing our data section. In this section you can see a path, I slash DLI slash data slash data dog cat slash train. So from this path we have to copy and paste in the training images. Paste in the training images. So what is there is a folder called data. In the data folder there is a folder called in this link we are creating a folder called dogs cats. In this folder we are creating two subfolders. So two subfolders, one folder is for the dogs, another folder is the cats. So in each subfolder, in the dog subfolder we have the dog images, in the cat subfolder we have the cats images, two classes that we are mentioned here. two classes we are mentioned here, and 25% validation data. So out of complete data, number of samples, number of images available in this path, training path. So 25% of images have used for the training purpose, and whereas 75%, sorry, 25% of images have used for the validation purpose, and remaining 75% of images have used for the training purpose. So now you have to keep image encoding PNG to none in order to reduce the computation time, and you have to create some data set name. I'm using the data set name as a dogs and cats. So which name you have to mention? You can use your own name, or to avoid the ambiguity, they mentioned in the instruction sheet, that is the dogs and cats. I am using the same thing, dogs and cats. And now we have to create. Once we have to create, what it is doing is it is extracting the data from this folder and separating as the dogs and cats into two classes, and 25% of images are used for the validation, and remaining 75% is for the training, like a train and validation separation. And we are resizing that images into 256 by 256. So that will happen once you click on create. Now it's a database is creating. The database is creating. So validation database is completed. 25% of data used to create the validation database dataset, and 70% of data for the training purpose. Now it is still going. Validation data, the two categories, dogs and cats. 3125 images of dogs and 3125 images of cats are in the validation data. Yeah. So training database and validation database both are completed. Fine, they are created now. Now again go to digits, click on models, and click on images classification. Now select the data set, new data set, dogs and cats. Image of babies for the previous task. So you have to select for the dogs and cats, and you have to set the number of epochs, what they mentioned in this tutorial. Yeah, fine, it's okay. Mm, yeah, they said that use the 5 epochs. Maybe it will take more time. So just use the 5 epochs here. And again, learning rate is starting with 0.01, and stochastic gradient, and select AlexNet model, and give your model name as dogs versus cats. Okay, dogs versus cats, same thing they mentioned, I think. Okay, so fine, you have to click on create. Training is in progress. So this orange color will represent the accuracy, training accuracy, and it's green validation, and this blue training. So how the learning rate is varying. Still it's in progress. 60% is completed. Still in progress. Estimated time remaining 1 minute 23 seconds. Ninety-one percentage. Yeah, completed. Training of model is completed. Once the training is completed, then what you have to do? Just test take any one image. Yep. Path, image path, and paste here in the class. Yep. So this is the dog, and it is predicted as a dog with 89 percentage. accuracy. So it's fine, right? That's it from the second lab. And if you, there is some more shift enter, click shift enter, and there are some other images also available, so you can test with that also. Louis 1 jpg, Louis 3 5 7, so you can use any other images, so it's fine. Now finally our model is predicting the dog with 18% accuracy. So this is the um, so in this lab what we are going to, what we learned is uh, we are working on the a large data set. In the previous lab we are working on the only 16 images of data set. Here we are working on the large data set of 18,750 images of dogs and cats, and we are using the AlexNet model, and we are using the NVIDIA GPU to compute. Okay, fine. So once you are getting this thing, so you can your second GPU task also completed. Now we can close all these windows, can close all these windows, and stop this task. Confirm. Now your second lab also completed. Now move to next GPU task 3. So we GPU task 3, we will discuss about the GPU task 3 in the next video.